Namaste friends. I welcome you in this today's sessions. Today we are going to discuss the problems on the equilibrium constant. So first problem is write the equilibrium constant for the following reactions. There are three reactions and we will write the equilibrium constant for this reaction. First reaction is decomposition of KClO3 into KCl and the oxygen gas. Potassium perchlorate to KCl, potassium chloride and the oxygen gas is evolved. In second case, the calcium dichloride CaC2 solid, it reacts with oxygen and it produces calcium carbonate and the two molecules of the CO2. And last one reaction is hydrogen reacts with iodine and it produces the 2 times hydroiodic acid to 2HI. Okay, now let us write the equilibrium constant for this reaction. Now what is the equilibrium constant? So in previous session we have seen. So consider this is a general chemical reaction. A plus B gives rise to C plus D. Here small a, small b are the stoichiometric coefficient of this reactant A and B. Small c and small d are the stoichiometric coefficient of the reactant C and D or product C and D. So therefore the equilibrium constant capital K is nothing but the rate of forward reaction to the rate of backward reaction, ratio of rate of forward reaction to the rate of backward reaction, or rate constant to the forward reaction to the rate constant to the backward reaction, here which is equal to concentration of product divided by concentration of the reactants. So C and D are the concentration of product, A and B are the concentration of the reactant, right? So this square bracket term is taken for the reactant or product when they are in their solid or liquid state. Now what if this reactant or products either or both are in the gaseous state? Then in this case we take the pressure term, vapor pressure of that constituents. Okay, now look at the first problem. Potassium perchlorate KClO3 solid, it is undergoing decomposition into potassium chloride and oxygen. Now look at carefully here, this KClO3 is a solid, KCl is a solid and this oxygen it is in a gaseous state. Okay, so answer, let us write down the answer for reaction A. The equilibrium constant capital K, equilibrium constant capital K, small k is for the, yes, it is for the rate constant. So remember this, do not make confusion between capital K and the small k. This capital K is equal to, yes, concentration of product divided by concentration of the reactant. Now this is KCl is in solid state, so let us write down in square bracket KCl. Now this oxygen is in gaseous state, so we will take this capital P. P stands for the pressure, yes, the pressure of oxygen gas into, raised to 3 by 2. These are the stoichiometric coefficients, divided by concentration of the reactant. Here reactant is KClO3 and there is 1 mole, so its power will be 1. Okay. Let us see the problem number 2. The calcium dichloride equilibrium constant capital K is equal to concentration of product divided by concentration of the reactant. Now here observe that this is in solid state, okay, calcium carbonate is solid, this is in gaseous state, this is again gas and this is again solid. So concentration of product 2 times calcium carbonate, this is in solid state, 2 moles into gas. So we take the vapor pressure of the gas of carbon dioxide 2 moles divided by here concentration of the reactant CaC2, this is solid, into pressure, this is the oxygen O2 raised to 5. Okay. Now third, formation of the hydroiodic acid. So for the C, equilibrium constant capital K equilibrium constant capital K is equal to concentration of product divided by concentration of the reactant. Here you observe that all the reactant and products are in a gaseous state. For the third reaction, okay, so this is in gaseous state, in gaseous state. Therefore, concentration of product, that is the vapor pressure of HI, hydroiodic acid, raised to 2 divided by vapor pressure of this hydrogen gas into vapor pressure of this iodine, I2. Okay. So these are the three relations for these three reactions, okay, equilibrium constant capital K. Now let us see the second problem of our today's session. In second problem, the following results were collected from two experiments involving the reaction at 300 degrees Celsius between gaseous sulfur dioxide and oxygen to form gaseous sulfur trioxide. Show that the equilibrium constant in both the cases is same. Okay. Now how to solve this problem? This is a given condition. So experiment, there are two set of the experiment, first set and the second set. Concentration, initial concentration and the final concentration. So in first state, okay, let us focus on the first stage. In first stage, the initial concentration of sulfur dioxide is 2.00 molar, concentration of oxygen is 1.5 molar and concentration of sulfur trioxide is 3.0 molar. Here it is 0, small 0 represents the initial concentration, small 0 represent the initial concentration. Now for the first set, the equilibrium concentration of sulfur dioxide is 2.0 molar, for oxygen it is 1.25 molar and for sulfur trioxide it is 3.5 molar. Okay. Now let us solve the first problem. So answer, when you encounter such problem, then okay, always write down a chemical reaction for the chemical reaction given. Okay. Here reaction between sulfur dioxide and oxygen. So sulfur dioxide and oxygen reacts together and they form the sulfur trioxide. So let us write down the reaction. The probable chemical reaction will be okay, so sulfur dioxide SO2, this is in gaseous state, plus oxygen O2, this is also in gaseous state and it is forming SO3, that is sulfur trioxide. Now let us balance this reaction. Just check out whether it is stoichiometric or non-stoichiometric. Stoichiometric means balance reaction, non-stoichiometric means unbalanced reaction. Balance means what? Number of atoms on the left hand side should be equal to number of atoms on the right hand side. Here oxygen are 2 plus 2 4 and here oxygen is 3. Sulfur is 1, but oxygen is not balanced. Sulfur value is balanced but oxygen value is not balanced. Then what to do? If I multiply by 2 factor here and 2 factor here, okay, so the reaction will become balanced. Let us check. Okay, 2 sulfur, 4 oxygen, 4 plus 2 is 6, 3 by 2 is 6. Now this reaction is a balanced reaction or a stoichiometric reaction. Okay, so let us write the equilibrium constant for above reaction is, so what is formula? Capital K is equal to concentration of product divided by concentration of the reactants. So this reaction is gaseous state, so let us write this SO3, or we can simply write SO3. not, because concentration is given here in molar terms. So concentration of sulfur trioxide, this is concentration of product, stoichiometric coefficient is 2 divided by concentration of SO2, stoichiometric coefficient is 2, and oxygen coefficient is 1. So this is reaction number 1. Okay. Now for experiment number 1, therefore equilibrium constant for first experiment will be equal to, let us put the value. So at equilibrium value, we need equilibrium value, not the initial value. So at equilibrium, concentration of SO3 value is 3.5. Okay, look at here. Here is the stoichiometric coefficient is 2. Concentration of SO2 at equilibrium is 2.00. Stoichiometric coefficient is 2, and for oxygen it is 1.25. Stoichiometric coefficient is 1. So no necessary to write. Now student may ask that why I have taken this value, why I have not taken this value. Okay. Now reason is that, look at here, this is our equilibrium arrow, equilibrium reaction. So for this equilibrium reaction, the equilibrium constant Kc is equal to concentration of product divided by concentration of the reactants. Clear? So simplify this. If we solve this, then its value comes, it's around 4.36. 4.36. Unit, equilibrium constant have no unit. Why? Because it is ratio of same two quantities. Now for experiment 2, let us find out equilibrium constant for second set is equal to, below that write down value, concentration of SO3 is 0.26 square upon concentration of SO2 is 0.590. Here stoichiometric coefficient is 2, concentration of oxygen is 0.045. Okay. If we simplify this, then we get value 4.31. Okay. So this is equation number 2, this is equation number 3. So these two values 4.36 and 4.31 both are the nearly same. Okay, both are nearly same. Therefore the equilibrium constant value for first set and equilibrium constant value for second set are nearly same. Nearly same. Okay, clear? Now let us move further. Let us discuss the problem number 3. The third problem is about calculate the equilibrium constant for the reaction. Reaction is between hydrogen and carbon dioxide to produce water at 1395 Kelvin, 1395 Kelvin from the following data. Okay. So data is given, the equilibrium constant at this temperature for these two reaction is given. So this is the decomposition of water into hydrogen and oxygen. The equilibrium constant is observed to be 2.1 into 10 raised to minus 13. For carbon dioxide, okay, equilibrium constant is observed to be capital K2 1.4 into 10 raised to minus 12. So these are the two reactions, and from these two reaction we need to find out the equilibrium constant for this reaction. Okay, hydrogen plus carbon dioxide giving rise to the H2O. Now let us solve this problem. Okay, so whenever you read the problem, read carefully and try to find out what is given and what is asked. Okay, so what is given? Equilibrium constant for these two reaction is given, then equilibrium reaction is given, and what is asked? The equilibrium constant for this reaction is asked. Okay. Now let us write each reaction and its equilibrium constant for reaction. So let us write this reaction. H2 gas plus CO2 gas is giving rise to H2O gas. Let me check the problem once carefully. Yes, here is CO plus CO gas. Yes, plus CO gas. Now, okay, for this reaction our equilibrium constant will be capital K is equal to S concentration of product H2O into CO upon concentration of the reactant. Okay, so let us say this is the reaction number 1. This is the reaction number 1. Now for the second reaction, this reaction, let us write the equilibrium constant for reaction. This reaction, 2 molecule of water in equilibrium with 2 molecule of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen gas. The equilibrium constant therefore for this K1 is equal to yes concentration of product divided by concentration of the reactant. This is hydrogen to oxygen, stoichiometric coefficient is 1, so raised to 1, here 2, so raised to 2, divided by concentration of water, stoichiometric coefficient is 2, so raised to 2. This is equation number 2. And for reaction, equilibrium constant for the third reaction, which is third reaction here, 2 times CO2 gas which is in equilibrium with 2 times CO gas plus O2 gas, and its equilibrium constant will be therefore K2 is equal to concentration of product divided by concentration of the reactant, 2 times CO, stoichiometric coefficient is 2, so raised to 2 into O2, stoichiometric coefficient is 1, so here raised to 1, divided by CO2 2 raised to 2. This is equation number 3. Now by using equation 3 and equation 2, okay, we need to derive this right hand term of the equation 1. Okay, so problem is how to derive. Now let us see carefully. Taking ratio of equation 2 and equation 3 and equation 2, then we get what we get. So write down therefore capital K2 upon K1 is equal to, okay, so in square bracket let us write K2 value is concentration of CO square divided by O2 upon concentration of CO2 square, okay, curly bracket complete. What is K1? Concentration of H2 bracket square into O2 divided by concentration of H2O square, okay, from this equation 2. What I have done, I have taken ratio of equation 3 and equation 2, that is K2 upon K1. Just put the value of K2 here and K1 this value here. Now let us simplify this equation. So which is equal to, so here this is the whole term is denominator and this is the numerator, okay. So in this denominator, this is the numerator and this is the denominator, okay. So the denominator of denominator is a numerator, ओके, छेदाचा छेद हा अंश असतो, रिमेंबर दिस. So let us simplify this. It will be concentration of CO bracket square into here O2 divided by concentration of CO2 square into, it will be H2O square divided by H2 bracket square into O2. Okay. So this O2 is common term, it will go out. So what is remaining? So let us write down the remaining term in this equation. Therefore K2 upon K1 is equal to concentration of CO square into concentration of H2O square divided by concentration of CO2 square divided by concentration of H2 square, H2 square, right. So by simplifying this we get this, and again I can write this concentration of CO, concentration of H2O divided by concentration of CO2 into concentration of H2 and whole bracket raised to 2. Now look at this term, concentration, product of concentration of carbon monoxide and water divided by carbon dioxide and hydrogen gas. Now look at the equation number 1 here. Compare this equation and this equation. So product of concentration of CO into H2O and H2 into CO2, same. So here this value is capital K bracket square. Okay. So therefore this capital K is equal to square bracket of K2 upon K1, capital K2 upon capital K1, which is equal to, just put this value. What is value of K2? It is 1.4 into 10 raised to minus 12 divided by K1 2.1 into 10 raised to minus 13. Okay. By simplifying this, then we get value of K, and this value is equal to 2.58. It is equal to 2.58. Okay. So if you don't understand this problem, then please watch this session again and again and take the screenshot of this.